That's it. All right.
Alright, alright. Today will be alright. Today we will be conducting a quick demonstration of how to perform CQB, or otherwise known as quarter battles, otherwise known as CQC, otherwise known as close quarter combat. Alright, so first of all, the most important rule is you never want to flag, which is you never want to point your gun at a friendly. So you would use your scroll wheel, position your gun in a way where it doesn't point at friendlies, but you are going to be looking at your breacher, or if you're the breacher, your point man. So if you have access to verbal commands that the enemy cannot hear, you would just simply ask them out loud, "Are you ready?" If you don't have access to verbal commands that the enemy cannot hear, you would nod. And once you both nod to each other, you would simply be like, there's no real signal, but as soon as you hit the nod, you just center check if there's no verbal commands. If there is verbal commands, you would call out center check, and then you would both center check at the same time. Do it quickly. Don't stay in the door. Get a little bit of distance. It's like a little quarter circle. Shoot anybody you see, essentially. After that, if you don't have access to verbal commands again, you would just nod to each other again. And then you would cross breach like this. If you do have access to verbal commands, you would call out breach, and then that would be how it works. So here, you always want to be watching the door that you haven't cleared. So you'd go like this, watching the door. Next, since this is a center fed door, you're going to get in what's called a Y formation, right? Y formation. So here, you simply wait for the tap of the wait for the shoulder tap from your teammate. So I would wait for the shoulder tap. Once I get the shoulder tap, since this is a corner fed door, I would hive, which is essentially a center check only done by one person and seeing all 360 degrees into the room. And to do a pie, you essentially lean to the right or to the left if you're facing this way, and then you'd bang. Quickly, efficiently. Don't want to waste any moments, and you would shoot anyone you see. Like that. Just very quickly. I wonder where my teammate went. Anyways, after that, the first person, you'd call out breach, or you'd wait for the next shoulder tap. After that, the first person would cross like this. So they would cross to the other side. Then the second person would J-hook like this. And they would get to the farthest corner of the room. Same for the person who's crossing. Kind of forgot to mention that, but you always want to get to the farthest corner of the room, like here. Like somewhere where you have a vantage point of the whole room, right? So that's about it. That's like how you do CQB.